It's time for the Lavish Biker Podcast, powered by Lavish T. Williams. It's the dopest, realest podcast in the nation. We talk about everything biker related with no filter. This show ain't for the weak, insecure suckers in their feelings. This show is for the real ones. Thank you and everyone for tuning in, and make sure to add, like, follow, and subscribe at Lavish T. Williams on all social and streaming platforms. And now, let's get into the Lavish Biker Podcast with your hosts, Lavish T. Williams and Pedro.
I just got to make sure I got everything right, man.
Check 1, 2.
Give me a thumbs up or something, man, and let me know y'all should hear us. Trying to see, man. Somebody chime in real quick. Let me know if you can hear us. I'm waiting on a comment to come through. I see them likes. Okay, cool. All right, great. Somebody can hear us. All right, cool. So listen, check this out, man. We got a great show today. Last week I asked, everybody, hey, listen, man, we trying to build this podcast and take it to a whole nother level, and we bikers, and we got a lot of conversation. And just because we bikers, it's not always a conversation about motorcycle stuff. It can be a conversation that's involving bikers because we are different people, come from different backgrounds, and we are involved in a lot of different things. Two individuals in the comments said, hey, y'all should do a podcast on mental health. And I listened. So today we're going to talk about mental health. And I have my guest, my homie, my partner sitting right next to me. We got Wayman Hayes, not just Wayman Hayes, Dr. Wayman Hayes, joining us on the podcast. So y'all show some love, make some noise for him, man. Go ahead.
Some love for him.
Yo, what up, though?
Yeah. All right now. So listen, check this out, man. We got Wayman Hayes here. I'm going to have him give you guys a little bit of background about him. And the reason I got him on the show, he can tell you in the background and you'll understand, man. So Wayman, go ahead, man. Introduce yourself to the people, man, and let them know a quick background about you.
Well, it's a long, bio, but I'm going to do it real quick. Specialize in early education, youth development, focus on prenatal, supporting women during their pregnancy, as well as fatherhood. The main focus is really educating fathers on supporting women during the pregnancy and postpartum mental health issues that women face after the baby is born. And also giving guys the tools they need to be great fathers and just serve in the community.
Okay. Serve in the community. And as you say, serve in the community, one of the things that he left out is that he has a nonprofit. And, I think you should go ahead and put that out there, man, and let people know about your nonprofit.
So I forgot, my nonprofit is called Forgotten Felons. It's really to support fathers and mothers that's coming from prison, get them support while they're in prison, to really connect their families back together. When people leave prison, we expect them to just jump back on their feet and get things together, help them with employment, also help them with really reconnecting with their families. Mothers going to jail, young girls going to jail daily, and they want the kids back when they get out of jail. How do we reconnect them? We have fathers that's been in there who ain't seen their kids in years. How do we reconnect them back? And that's a real issue that people are facing, and they deal with mental health issues because they really in jail, locked up for a long period of time, and come back out to society with no support at all. So really connecting the families back together.
That's cool, man. So y'all take note of that, man. So Wayman, as we start the show, man, and we talk about mental health, I got a lot of questions I can ask. I don't even know where I should start. Do you know where we should start? Can you help lead us into this discussion on mental health? And I want to say this because I don't want to just throw you out there and leave you lost. A lot of our viewers are bikers. And outside of riding these motorcycles, wearing these colors, we have our personal lives where we have our families, our kids, our work. And sometimes outside of fun, these motorcycles, they can be a stress reliever, relaxation. It can be an escape, from the world, from a lot of the problems. And we have people that use the motorcycles and ride and go out of town just to feel the wind, to relax and escape all of the problems that they might have in the world. It gives them freedom. So where can we start at?
So first I want to start by saying not being okay is okay. That means that if you're going through something, you must let it out. Talk to someone. That's the most important piece. I remember during COVID, I'm an educated man, high income value, but during COVID time, locked up in the house, I had to get in my vehicle and just drive the freeway alone. Turned up the music loud, just had to drive the freeway. So similar to what bikers do, get on that road and let the wind blow through their hair, or just let that wind blow in the face just to get that relief. That's okay to do. But however, at the same time, the problems, once we pull over and stop and come back, them issues are still there. So you have to really talk about it. You have to get into a group or trust someone to really talk about your issues and let them out. Suffer in silence. Every day we have individuals committing suicide. We have individuals trying to drink themselves to death. Or sometimes we have individuals get on their bike and their vehicles that harm somebody else and mess their life up just because of the issues that they facing on a daily basis. So we have to figure out ways to really unrelease the stress. There's a lot of issues right now in the world today. We have kids, we have financial problems, we have female issues, male issues, all type of issues that individuals face every day. But how do you relieve that stress? And who do you go to talk to when you have the issues that are going on?
That's a good thing. Who do you have to talk to, man?
Yeah, who do you talk to though? That's the issue, because the thing of it is that sometimes people feel like you can't really talk to nobody because they gonna talk to somebody else about what y'all talk to a lot of times. So a lot of people would rather hold it to themselves.
You have to talk to somebody who you can trust, and sometimes we, as men, as individuals, number one,
we don't want to do it.
We don't want to do it at
Right.
all. But sometimes in them slide jokes, in them conversations you have, they really telling and crying out for help.
Yeah.
They really crying out for help. So we really have to listen to our friends. We have to really, and when people start changing and doing something different, you have to check on them. How many friends do you have on a daily basis that you just don't check on? You used to see them every day, you see them in a while, and just pick up their phone and call and check on them.
Especially men.
Especially men. I know one of my colleagues years ago.
We check on a chick though.
We do, unless you're a bugaboo, or unless you owe her some money. Now, if you owe her some money, or she gonna beg you for some money, you ain't checking on it.
Right.
But other than that, you gonna call.
Right.
If she one of them late night girls, you can call.
Right.
You're gonna check.
Right.
And that's a stress reliever. Let's be honest. That's stress reliever. And people think that guys are sexual demons, but for us, that's a stress reliever, bro. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So you got, in the bike community, man, I want to say this. We experience death every season. And I mean, I know people die every day, but throughout the bike season, we lose people, man, left and right. I don't know if you can answer this, but it's relating to death and mourning. For us bikers, how do we heal? Where I can be riding with you today, and then tomorrow I get a phone call that you done been killed in some type of motorcycle wreck. And we've bonded year in, year out. So we built a relationship, man. You become part of the family.
Right.
We used to, seeing you, calling you, and the bikers, we have a family of our own. And one of us just lost, the community just lost, one. And a lot of times us as bikers, we hear about, hey man, John Doe, he just got hit on the bike. He didn't make it. He died. We went to the funeral. And then after that, we off back on our bikes, living our regular life, at least from the outside. Right. We never really know how that really affects the next person. And then when they get back on their bikes, I mean, you take some people, they're with an individual when they crash. So they see it. They get a visual. And that could affect them in how they ride. Because now they're back on their bike, and in their mind, you know, they might have a flashback. They might hear a horn. A car might come out. It might freak them out. I mean, all types of stuff, man. How do you think a person can heal and deal with that, seeing that that's what us bikers go through? Nobody talks about that, though.
Yeah, because I be thinking that we don't be taking enough time to properly heal, though.
So you really
To mourn.
You don't. But the same way you get together to entertain, they got to be your healing period. You have to come together over drinks, conversation, jokes. You have to come together, talk about the individual, and release and relax and let it out. But you have to come together. You have to watch for people to step up for their own and shy away. Pull everybody together. That's the best way I can see to heal is really like when we do the fatherhood groups. And men come in there, we have talking about child support. Every man who's going through something, sharing ideas about the child support, sharing the sad stories, the bad stories, the war stories. We have to do the same thing when we hurt. We have to do the same thing. A group of men have to get in the room, women as well. We have to get in the room, and we have to talk about it. You have to talk about what happened. You got to cry about it. You got to release it, and then it's time to move on. But everybody don't move on the same. But when you notice people not moving on the same, you have to bring them back in and continue to have a conversation. And it's okay to talk to people. It's okay to have a conversation to talk. Some people don't want to go to therapy. Trust me, sometimes it helps. There's a lot of nice therapists out there. And some of the therapists ride the bikes as well.
So let's talk about therapy, man. So you say a lot of people don't like to go to therapy, right? Because growing up, going to a therapist, that was, you know,
crazy.
You was crazy. Yeah. Something was wrong with you. You was weird. I don't need to shrink. Mm-hmm. In today's world, man, I hear on the internet and from different people, man, going seeing somebody has helped them.
Yes.
Coming from you and your standpoint, man, why is it important to see a therapist?
Because you let it out. The therapist automatically, if you go into a therapist and they're telling you what to do, that's the wrong person to talk to. If you go in there and you talking and they're helping you figure it out on your own, that's one of the best therapists you can have. Because it's really talking about and getting out what's going on with you and what you're feeling and what's in your mind. It's really talking about. I went to therapy for a minute after my divorce, and it really helped.
Now, what made you want to go to therapy? Like, what was that urge to say, you know what, I'm gonna go try talking to somebody?
Because I was angry. I was walking around there angry all the time, and one day I got in the car and I just was crying. And couldn't understand why. Couldn't understand why. And it was damaging to myself. It was damaging. I was bleeding on people around me by emotional feelings and other things that was going on. So, but when I went and talked and let it out, it supported and helped. And then all the way heal, it took time and more talking and started to heal up. It's a process. Healing's a process. It's not going to be 1 or 2 times. It's a process.
That's what I was going to ask. How many times? Some people might think, hey, going to one time, I should fix it. It should be fixed. I don't have to go again. So on a realistically speaking, you know what? I want to try therapy. I want to give it a shot. What's a real timeline that a person should expect to see a therapist? A month, a couple months, at least 6 months? What type of time frame should a person dedicate in investing in a therapist?
It's about your healing journey. Some people have been going to therapy for years are still going to therapy. It's about your healing journey. Some people have trauma from childhood. Some people have trauma from most recently things that happened that brings out trauma from childhood. And that's
going to vary.
It's going to vary. It varies for individual. And then sometimes you go to a therapist, it might work, but it's like really trying out until you get that perfect fit. And it's really talking it through and healing.
So sometimes you can go to a therapist for one reason and discover that it's a lot of other reasons. It's a lot of other things that's going on with yourself that you had no idea about. You had no clue, no knowledge. You just discovered it just in conversation. The therapist might pick up on something and say, well, let's talk about this. And then you find it and discover, I never thought about that.
You got people going to therapy who still suffering from their first heartbreak as a teenager. A girl hurt them when they was a teenager, and now they in their 40s and 50s, and they still bleeding because of a childhood love that hurt them. You have women that's going through therapy for a childhood breakup. So baby daddy had a baby by another guy, one guy, and went to 3 more, had 4 or 5 more.
You said a
kids,
baby daddy had a baby. You said
a woman had a baby daddy.
Okay, just
right.
I just want to clear that up, man.
Right. The kid by her baby daddy and end up going through a lot of different situations, man. But people are suffering, and I'm gonna keep saying that in silence because people walking past people every day, and not paying them no attention. We have friends and family members who suffering every day, drinking themselves to death.
Do you think that people pride is one of the major reasons they choose not to see a therapist?
Yes, because we have churches. We have churches that talk against it still. But now a lot of churches open up. We used to pray about it. Okay, we're going to come in here and pray about it. This person got this going on. We're going to turn it over to God, and we're going to pray about it. Make sure you put that 10% in the offering, though. But then, but now God really gave people not to get religious, but he gave that person that tool to help his people. And we are tools of God to really help and support each other.
Okay. All right. That was one of them questions, man. What does a person look for in a therapist, though, man? Do they? Because you get some people. I don't want to see a man. I don't want to talk to another man. I think I need to see a woman, or I might not want to talk to a woman. Does it matter? Race, gender?
It's on the individual. Because if you can see some therapists that you feel like you're not relating to, and they're not relatable, and that's all you're going to see. And then you can see some women, some men, I know a lot of guys who go to therapy and they see a fine woman and they all focused, just totally off. They're not really telling the truth. You have to sit with somebody who could be honest and open and really open up. So if you go in that line, it ain't going to be helpful.
Okay.
If you lie to yourself and lying about situations, it's not going to be helpful. You got to go in there and say, did this here. I got a sexual problem. I'm spending all my money on these prostitutes. I'm in a strip club every day. And I'm hurt because whatever. You might think it's one thing, but you dig it deeper. A real therapist will take you deeper and deeper because you're really going to tell the truth about really what's going on.
All right, now I know people, man, they say, and I don't know if it's just because of them and they just don't, they can't, they haven't found their own truth. Therapists can't do me no good. Therapists don't even know. I went to the therapist. They don't know what they're talking about.
They ain't open up. They ain't been honest. So if I'm not honest with you about really what's going on with me, or I can't dig deep to really say, to pull it out. So if I go in there and say, okay, it's here. I got a money problem, but I'm the richest guy in the world, and I'm spending all my money on unnecessary things. You don't know you got a money problem at all. You got to stop shopping. You got people in financial trouble still shopping every day that look good on the ground. You got people that's going through all these different issues and they still get a bottle and drink and they party every weekend. But really sitting down talking to somebody.
You never know. Let me ask you this, Wayman. Is it okay for a man to cry?
Heck yeah. Yes. Most men, it's our pride and our ego. Now, I wouldn't sit here and cry to you, you know what I mean? It's just, if it happens, that it may happen.
Right.
Know? But if you my guy, and like, this my guy right here, and you're going to be hurt. You're going to cry. But if it's in front of people, we try to suck it up. But no, you suck it up. Have you ever cried?
Yeah.
And did you feel better? When you cry and really, really cry, you get sleepy. It's like the whole stress of life just come up off of you, and you get tired.
I think, well, not about the sleepy part. I'm saying, and I'm asking this question because us as men, we have this hard exterior, right? And then dealing with the world, and I'm going somewhere with this. I'm going somewhere with it because in the world that we live in, certain expectations of a man, the bar is is very high. You know, so a lot of times men, we suppress a lot of stuff in. And we hear a lot of stuff, and we got a lot of stresses, we got a lot of issues, we got a lot of troubles in the world. We got a lot of things that's told to us what a man is not supposed to do. This is not what a man is supposed to do. This is what a man should do. You're not a man unless you're doing it this way, you're doing it that way, right? What is the breaking point? So when you do have that breaking point and you feel like you need to cry, and I say need to because it happens to some of us. Some of us just keep it in, and then it becomes anger. It changes you. It makes you bitter. But when is it where a man can have that safe space to say, "Man, I got XYZ on my shoulders," and to actually be comfortable enough to cry in front of their boys? And I'm not saying like, "Hey, man, hey Pedro, I want you to feel comfortable to cry in front of me." That's not what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
But
Go ahead, bro.
you know,
ahead.
but what I'm saying is, I might be going through something, and I might be having that whole moment. And before I go out here and do something stupid, I feel like, man, if I can just express myself in a non-judgment zone, it might save me from doing something stupid.
Right.
It might save me legal problems. It might save me from hurting myself or hurting somebody else. Yeah. But a lot of times, as a guy, that's weak. That's soft. We can't do that.
Around the wrong people. You're around people that you don't really trust and can be yourself with. So I'm tell you a story. One of my colleagues passed away, and you know my guy Marcus.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, I'm just crying in front of him. He crying a little bit too. So then I had to go in and I had to talk to the staff about, you know, what had happened. He was like, man, he said, "Bitch, get up and get your shit together. You have to go in and talk to the people." You know what I mean?
Mm,
But we let it out. You know what I mean?
right.
You had a time to let it out and really respected each other about letting it out. But now it's time to get back on track. And that's what your guy, your friend, your woman is for. Okay, let it out. And then let me help you get it back on track. Get back on track. But if we don't let stuff out and we can't talk about it and suppress it, we become angry. I know when I'm really stressed out, I can feel myself getting real angry. We be yelling at the kids. Anything will tick you off, and it puts you in a world of trouble. It really puts you in a world of trouble. But we have to be in around safe place, around safe people. Then you got some people that, for a fact, you ain't about to talk around, you ain't about to say nothing around, you ain't about to do too much because you know them running miles.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they're really a character killer with them running miles. But we can't be around the people. We got to stay sucker free, bottom line.
But you know, most men too, though, what that I noticed, this go on with, especially man to female, is that when somebody is going through something like that, most men, we can't read between the lines. We don't really read between the lines. Just like sometimes, like your girl or something be going through something, she not saying nothing.
Right.
She not saying nothing though. But she's feeling a certain kind of way, and most women think that we know what's wrong with her. We know what's wrong. Like we can read between the lines. So a lot of times, people, especially people that's going through mental illness, that I've experienced that don't really say nothing, or some of them, you have some that actually will be in denial. I have a cousin, actually, that was going through a mental illness or whatever, and somebody actually had put some in his drink, actually. So so it was kind of, the problem was we was trying to get him some help. But in Michigan, I don't know about nowhere else, it was such a struggle still to get him some mental help because they saying that he's grown. So we can't get him help. He had to get help.
Right.
So that was the situation that we still ain't totally figured out yet.
Unless they really doing damage to themselves. They ain't gonna, unless they trying to harm themselves, it's like people don't care. And it's bad because Michigan, we got a lot of people walking around the street every day with mental health issues.
Yeah.
We got people we
see
work
it every
with
day.
with mental health issues, and it appears like there's nothing out there to support them. But you do have a lot of nice therapists. You have a lot of clinics out there, but a lot of people need help. A lot need help. They need support. They need help.
How real is depression?
It's bad. A lot of people got depression. I don't care your economic status. A lot of people got depression. And a lot of people, I keep saying, drink it through. So a lot of people use the marijuana, smoking it through. And I want people to really go get that free test from the health department where you can test your marijuana for fentanyl. They are mixing fentanyl inside of the marijuana.
Wow.
Get yourself checked. Get that checked out. Stop smoking behind people.
Got a question for you. Can you define mental illness? Because I mean, and that's a question that just came through, which is a good question because so many times nowadays that's like the new trending word where people are saying it's mental illness. Mental illness is real. What is the true definition of mental illness?
That's a good question. Me not being a therapist, I can't analyze that piece. But as far as what I know and I see, mental illness is people that's really being diagnosed by a therapist and taking medication or taking something for their sickness. Everybody's saying I got a mental problem. Everybody's saying that everybody quick to label themselves. Or we label each other. Easy. But really, I would suggest to anybody, go talk to somebody. Go get help. They have medication that will calm you down.
But some people don't think they need help. Some people, honestly, they think they're fine.
85% of people in Detroit, higher, need talk to somebody. You cannot see the murders that we've
start
seen.
calling you lavish.
You cannot see the murders that we done seen on a daily basis growing up as kids. People dying, people getting beat, and not let that affect you. People going through trauma every day. It's everything is going on around us.
And you know what, man? I think that, you speaking on that, we're programmed to think that is normal.
We done made it normal.
We made it. I mean,
we made it.
look at growing up. We seen it, and if our parents was around, they grabbed us and told us to come on.
Right.
Don't talk about it. You ain't seen nothing, and don't tell nobody what happened. Then as you grow up as a teenager or a young adult, you're doing stuff, so you're seeing stuff that you can't tell your people about, and you keeping it hush hush.
What happened in this house, stay in this house.
Right.
Yeah.
What goes on in the streets over there, you're not about to bring it to your people. And then here we go. We got COVID that came.
Right.
When it first came, to lose so many different people, right?
Yep.
People are still not over it, and they didn't have a chance to mourn. You couldn't mourn one person because you found out two more people died. Then another 2 more people died, and they were going back and back and back and back. You couldn't do a proper funeral. You couldn't do that. So you got desensitized of life, period.
Right.
On top of seeing murders and killings.
Right.
And then outside of the COVID, just death from cancer. And then your own people that you know getting killed in some type of way, man. So now you become desensitized.
And that's what's happening to a lot of people because during COVID, it was really a stressful time for a lot of people. Kids suffering through, parents suffering through.
Money.
People was getting beat. You know how many women was beat during COVID? You know how many women didn't have places to go and they had to suffer in that house with a guy beating on them and mistreating their kids on a daily basis because they didn't have a place to go, that they had to deal with it? You know,
that's stuff that people don't talk about.
In the hospital alone because they wouldn't let people come up there while she's going through the pregnancy process, the birthing process, the having a baby, and she up there alone. Or you had a man up there who didn't have a clue what to do. You know what I mean? Women have kids on a daily basis that's going through postpartum depression, and ain't nobody paying no attention. You know how many babies die in the city of Detroit at a higher rate than a third world country on a daily basis, yearly basis?
Yeah.
By the lack of medical support. And these are things that our young people are going through. And I keep saying women, but men go through it at the same time. But Our women is the ones raising our kids and our young boys, because a lot of men not there. And the men that want to be there and step up, they didn't get the support they need, so they misguide them. Not all.
Mm-hmm.
Some.
Very true. Interested. Listen, you out there in Facebook land, YouTube land, man. Y'all got some questions, man. Chime in, man. We here to open discussion, man, to talk about some stuff, man. I see y'all chiming in. I see Quiet Storm. I see Cat. I see Caprice Parker on there. Yeah, I see Shantae. I see Tawana. I see Butter. Yeah, I see y'all on there. Sticks. T. Young Money. Michelle, what's going on? I see y'all up on there. Hey, so Wayman, let me ask you this too, man. How can you detect, and I know it's hard because people suppress, cover, hide, all that kind of stuff, man. Suicide. Let's talk about suicide. Suicide awareness. Let's talk about that kind of stuff, man. What kind of mindset do you got to be in, man, to want to kill, actually kill yourself? Not be mad at something, somebody going through something, to actually feel like, hey, man, the only way out is to take my own life.
Man, it's just sad because I know a lot of people that committed suicide because life, and that's what you call suffering in silence, because people are going through something, or that individual went through so much and they decided to end their own life, didn't deal with it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And you never know. And the sad thing about it is when people do that, when they do kill themselves, they leaving kids and family behind. And individuals, you have a lot of kids just killing themselves on a daily basis as well. And individuals really don't know why. And everybody clueless because we get too busy with life that we're not paying each other no attention. We really not paying each other no attention. When people get off, again, I keep saying this, when they get quiet and you notice they talking a lot, we got to ask people, what's going on? Are you good? You okay? Just checking in on people. We ain't heard from somebody for a while. Let's call and check it in. We don't check in with each other because we get too busy with life that we forgetting about each other. And individuals out there just really killing themselves or doing things to try to kill themselves to hurt somebody else and survive. Now you really living and suffering.
Okay, let's run that back. Let's run what you just said back. You got people out here that's trying to kill themselves to prove a point. That's one. But then you also have people out there trying to kill themselves to prove a point, and they're not dying.
They're not dying. And they hurting somebody else. When you get in a car, you ever see somebody drink real heavy and get on a motorcycle and just start flying off? And then hurt somebody else?
I see it.
Yeah.
Hurt somebody else?
Yeah.
And they come out fine?
Yeah.
They come out fine. You get people getting in them cars, speed off, and come out fine. And hurt somebody else. You done damaged another life by some issue that you're going through.
I got my guy Butter down in Georgia.
Butter, what
He
up?
said, for men, we don't feel like we got a safe space for us to talk through something.
We got to create it. We got to create. Men got to come together and create it. And you come together, create it by really, I mean, if you do have a small drink, just sitting around talking, kicking the breeze, and bringing up conversation. You got to, if somebody passed again, you come in like we have the memorial or the repast, but then you know the healing the suffering and the healing starts days after. We go sit with the family that day, and the next 3 days we might check in, and after that person alone. It kicked in reality. And now you sit in the house, a woman that had a husband or a man that had a wife or a girlfriend, now you sit in the house by yourself. And all the memories kick in. My father passed years ago, and I still have dreams of him. Still, to this day. I dreamed about him a couple of days ago, like we was on an old block on Catton Street.
Yeah, I think about my grandparents too, man. I got another question. How do you support someone who wants to commit suicide?
If they tell you about it, take them to go get help. And normally when people are talking about it, they too much not going to do it. They're crying out for help. If they tried it, kill themselves, take them to go help. Check them into. A lot of people don't want to check nobody in. They're going to be mad at me because I told on them. They're going to be mad at me because I took them down to receive and check them in. Take them down there because it's going to hurt you worse
If you find out that
If you
they
find out
did
that
something.
yeah, it's gonna damage you. That's trauma for you now. Check them in.
You know, so we got, and I feel what you just said, man. If someone's telling you that they're thinking about killing themselves, I feel like it's attention.
Right.
I'm not going to just look at it as they're bluffing. I'm going to take it serious, especially seeing that I have met people who actually opened up about stuff that I didn't take serious. And months later, they killed themselves. You know, I've talked to people who talked about doing it, and then, you know, I kicked it with them, and they was like, yeah, man, I'm good now. And then months later, they went back into that slump, and they still killed themselves. And when I say kill themselves too, man, I'm not even talking about, you know, hanging themselves, cutting their wrists, overdosing. I'm talking about some people kill themselves because they don't take proper care of their bodies. They just let it, you know, deteriorate. And it's like, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let me see this.
And that's the same people that drink alcohol on a daily basis. You know they're killing themselves. And we still buy it.
Hold on, I got a comment right here. I was 8 years old and wanted to kill myself for years. I was tired of being not loved and abused. So sometimes people had been suffering in silence for a very long time, and all it takes is one time. Okay. She was 8 years old and wanted to kill herself because she was tired of not being loved and abused. So now you do got people out here, for whatever our reason, they don't feel like they got enough love. They don't feel, you know, like they're important. They don't feel like they matter. If they feel like that and the people that's around them don't see it, got to be some type of problem.
You got around the wrong people.
Is that it? Because, I mean, you can be around your family.
Sometimes family worst people be
Okay,
around.
speak
know
on
that.
it.
We got family. We got family. The
You
worst
say that
people to be
again.
around.
Right.
So yeah, that's not always the best scenario. But it's really, again, who we choose to pick. We pick our friends. We can't pick our family. You know that. We can't pick our family. We relate to them. But a friend always told me years ago, you have a meal with them and get the fuck on. Bottom line. Eat with them, get the fuck on. But your friends, you can pick them. And it's around people that we pick and try to be ourselves with. If you're trying to be somebody you're not around people, they're not going to get the true you. And people don't love you for who you are. But we just choose we choose the wrong women sometimes. We choose the wrong ones. And a lot of men is suffering in silence because we around the wrong women.
Okay.
We picked the wrong ones. Sometimes the ugly big girl be the best one for you. She gonna take care of you. I'm just sorry. She gonna take care of you. But we picked the wrong women.
I mean, so in the relationships, you talk about women, and I don't want to be the one to say men, and then you had women chiming in, but I'm gonna just say in general.
You know the women gonna chime in.
You got, and I speak on this because I tell people this all the time, man, because I hear it, and I'm going based off of social media. Two different things. One, you see so many different things, picture perfect on the internet, on social media. Social media picks and shows, you know, the happy couple, the guy that's going out eating with his date, opening up the doors, all this, you know, stuff on the reels. And I'm not saying anything's wrong with it. You know, that's cute and that's beautiful. But then you have other women and they get the illusion that, hey, this is what it is. They don't realize that behind closed doors, that it's work. They developed their relationship to that point. You have, same as with men, you have people that jump in relationships and expect things to be just like that. And I'm not saying how it's supposed to be or how it's not supposed to be. But I do know outside of that, behind closed doors in the real world, some of the same people that you see on the social media, that you see on the internet, happy-go-lucky couples, behind the scenes,
They really kill each other.
correct. Yeah. They're abusive.
Yeah.
They're fighting. They're calling the police. So it's like that image is off. And behind closed doors, they're dealing with some type of mental, domestic, relationship issues, and they just show a straight face.
Straight face.
In the public. They show a straight they show a straight face. How do you deal with toxic relationships?
That's a mental health problem as well, dealing with these toxic people. Because you feel like you got to stay with them just for the show, just for the Facebook, just for the pictures that we put on live. We going live on vacation, and the whole time you're on live, and you ain't even had no good time. It's the image that people want to put on and portray. But you have to love who love you. I was always told you love somebody more than they love you. Because you know this. I mean, they find somebody who love you more than you love them. But at the end of the day, how do we pick the right person? And it's really being honest and somebody gonna take care of you. We can't still be picking by looks and by bodies. Women can't still be picking by a guy who not got a nice car because he broke behind. All his money going to the car. Pick the right person, have a conversation. We don't have enough conversation to talk about things. Number one, you go on a date and everybody on their phone. You taking pictures of your date, then by the time you get home, you still ain't had no conversation. And then guys want to take the girls to the expensive restaurant. I seen something on TikTok like take them to a coffee shop. Sit down and have coffee to have a conversation.
Man, but then we go back, man. Let's talk about this. You take them to a coffee shop. No big deal. Me, I'm simple. Social media is putting it out there that hey, you can't
take
you,
a cheesecake.
Yeah, you can't go there. Now listen, and this is not, and I'm saying this. This is not a cop out. This is not a giving an excuse. Because people always say, well, if you can't afford to do this, you shouldn't be able to, date, or you shouldn't be able to do this. I don't feel like, hey, if I'm meeting you today, that I need to go out here and spend this $200 on a date to entertain and communicate. Because I'm dating you because I want to know who you are. Right. I'm trying to actually meet you to see, hey, this is an interview. That's really what it is. It's an interview.
Years ago, women used to invite you over. They used to cook.
Well, we living in a different time now.
Men used to take you out to a nice little burger joint. He had enough money, he put cheese on the burger. Bottom line. Now, in 2024, you can't. Yeah. We got to take him to Ruth Chris. One of these $400, we got to spend $5 on a meal.
And you probably won't even see him again.
And she probably got a terrible conversation. She got a terrible conversation. And you just spent $500 on a meal. Really, if you look at the cost of going to Cheesecake Factory with the tip and everything, that's about $150. We can't spend $100. That's too much for a first date, number one. That's too much for a first date.
You know, I
getting married at the end of the day on top of it? No.
Hold on, what you got to say, Pedro? You said well.
I ain't said nothing. I mean, me personally, I want to eat good anyway. So, I mean, I to each his own, man. But shit.
No, I mean, don't talk in circles. I want to hear it.
Ain't no circles being talked. I'm just.
Pedro got quiet.
I'm just listening. I'm agreeing with what y'all saying.
I mean, and then you hear
me something.
Here we go. What's a terrible conversation?
A terrible conversation is not on point, and you're not really interested at all. You ain't got the same interest. That's when you know it ain't going nowhere. If she talking about her friends the whole night or talking about somebody, that's a terrible conversation. If our conversation got to be gossiping about something, that's a terrible conversation. If we dating, what's your interest? What you like? What it is that you want to do? What's your future plans? Not talking about your friends, somebody I don't know, or talking about who you used to date, who you used to sleep with, or what I did in the past. Back in the 80s, I was a big-time drug dealer, and I had 5 motorcycles, 20 cars. They don't matter in 2024. It don't count. So what you about to do now? It's really about what's your future plan, generational wealth, and get up in age. Now we about to retire. I ain't trying to work when I get 55.
I want to do dudes really ask all that shit because niggas most of the time dudes go on dates. They just want to fuck. So, no, I'm just saying because that's what they do. Let me tell you something, dog. I told my sisters there's no lie. I told my sisters there's no lie, dog. Listen. And women, I tell my sister, I got 5 sisters, so I talk shit to them all the time. So they like to hear me from a male's perspective. So I be tell them, I be like, so shit, like dudes, man. I told them I would never want to be a woman. They asked me why. I said I would never want to be a woman because it's hard to figure a nigga out. You know what I'm saying? Because I told them, I say shit, a nigga, for the most part, men are physical, dog.
Right.
So when a dude see you, he's physically attracted to you.
If he gonna date you,
I don't care what he say. He want to fuck you. Listen, I don't care what he say, what he act like. So a lot of times it would be funny to me. I tell him, says, well, shit. She like, well, he want to take me out. He want to go to the movies. I said, of course he do, because he want to hurry up and fuck you.
if he gonna spend a lot of money, he
That's
really
what he want to do.
buy.
He want
Trying
to
buy
take.
it,
He met you. He want to hurry up, take you to dinner. Want to take you out, movies, because he trying to hurry up and get some pussy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it just be funny to me. I just feel like she like, well, he doing all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, because at the end of the day, men are physical, man. Men are physically attracted to you. Now, it's gonna be some nigga on here talking, oh man, I want to date him. Man, I just want to date.
You know,
That's a fucking lie. Listen, that's a motherfucking lie. No, just saying. That's a lie, dog. Because a nigga want to fuck you. Period. and if you offer him some pussy right then, he gonna take it.
He gonna take it. Listen, years ago, I used to meet the girl at the club. I get a number. She said, I'm going out with my friends. I go, I buy all them drinks.
Yeah.
Buy some little food. Call me later and leave. Because I'm not a drinker at all.
Right.
But I go, show up, pay for the drink. And women love that.
Yeah.
You gonna get some.
She called you the next
That
day,
night?
then she?
No, that night.
Oh, that night.
Yeah,
she
you
left?
get some tonight.
Okay.
You get some tonight.
So okay, now here we go, man.
Hold on, I'm going out this
that's
weekend.
years
I'm gonna
ago.
try that shit. No,
Try-
I'm bullshit.
trust
I'm
me.
bullshit.
No, try it.
I'm bullshit.
You said try.
You were like, you was right.
No,
Hey man, but
dudes,
listen,
dudes just like
you
that,
got
man.
the
I'm just saying.
dudes like that, right? Now you got the dudes like that. What about the good guys out there?
The good guys,
that's really
so-
trying to holler at a woman,
Listen, let
man,
me tell you
because
about a
it
good
fucks
guy.
their head up.
Let me tell you about a good guy, dog.
You get the
Let me tell you about
last
your
in
good
the-
Right,
guys.
but it messed the head up
Listen,
for the women.
I ain't gonna lie. Back in the day, I tried to be a good guy one time.
All right.
I swear that shit ain't work, dog. I tried that shit, dog.
So y'all say it, and I'm asking for myself.
tried
I
to be
shouldn't
that-
be a good guy.
No.
You don't know yet. Look, you don't know yet.
Listen,
You don't know yet,
bullshit
nigga. No.
aside,
I'm saying.
No, I'm a
if you-
good guy
if
too.
you're around, I mean, it
I'm a
depends
good
on
guy.
the environment
No,
that you're
because
around.
no, listen to what y'all just said. You go out, you buy them all drinks. Bam.
I didn't say that.
I'll say that.
He said that.
Bye,
You
bye.
agree.
You let
I
him
didn't
come to
agree.
you.
But me,
Yeah.
I go out and I ain't buying them all drinks, right?
What you gonna do?
And then he sitting there, he getting all the girls for the night. I'm really just trying to holler at the one girl. I find interest in her. I'm like, what's up?
Was she
They
physically attracted to
But
you?
guess what?
And I'm physically attracted to her, but he done whipped out the money.
Right.
How do I get a how I got a chance now?
Sometimes if you got the game, I can come in there and buy the drink.
No.
And she could be feeling him. And
Yeah.
she going home with him. That happens
I done
as well.
seen niggas do that shit before too. Buy all the
She
drinks. I
overdo
let
it.
them. I done seen niggas buy all the drinks. So
Yep.
I just
And she
wait.
go home with somebody else.
I done been in that.
I done seen that.
I seen girls go on dates with guys, he take care, buy drinks, and she go hit the other guy. Because she attracted. So women gonna pick. Guys always saying, I'm gonna sleep with her. Women can see you and they gonna pick you up front and decide they're gonna give you something.
That true, ladies. Y'all gonna fuck. No, let me stop bullshit. Nah, but I get it. I get it.
I'm just saying, man. You got the regular guy. He ain't even got a chance, man.
Man,
It's
the
hard
nice
on the regular
guys,
guys.
man.
You
Like,
said that's what I'm
The
saying.
thing of what's
So-
funny
so-
is
so
women be
listen.
saying they want a nice guy, but then they get one and then
No,
they
let's
try
go-
to
let's
run
go-
them
They
through
let's-
the
run
ringer.
them through the ringer.
No, let's
They
go
run
back
them
to
through the
this. You just
Well,
said
don't
this.
appreciate it or say he too nice. I heard women say,
Yep.
"Oh, I don't like him because he too nice."
I get that, but listen, I want to go back to what he said. He said that the good guys, they get treated last. They're last.
Yep.
So now you had
want a
these
bad
guys,
boy.
right? You had these guys that's in their mind. They feeling like, oh, I'm doing everything, and I know I'm this, I know I'm that, but I can't get nowhere.
Listen,
So it fucks with them mentally.
the sad
Yeah.
thing about it is this, honest, bullshit you not. If you pay attention to it, and women might hate it, guys, you just pay attention to it. The good guys, they end up trying to get the girls early. The girls go for the bad guys. Once they get tore down, had the kids, now they ready to settle down. Now they want the good guy. That's a fact.
No, I see that.
Now they
I
want the
seen
good guy.
that. I seen that.
Because now
before.
he's going to take care of them. But now you have to deal with all the baggage of this person. So then you had the guys who the good guys who probably misuse some girls, bleed on the girls, whatever. And then they turn around and then they pick the young girls.
They do.
And they fuck up the young girl's life. Because you're too experienced for the young girl. And then now,
I see some of these old guys take advantage of them.
They take advantage of them.
They take advantage of it. They take advantage of the young girls.
Yes.
Man, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Take
That's,
advantage
hey,
of them.
listen, y'all. That's toxic behavior too. Y'all.
If you 40 and you date somebody in their 20s, that's a fucking problem. That's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
They might say she old, she legal.
That don't mean shit.
She legal.
No, she's not. She's not mature enough. And we don't want to deal with the older ones because you're dealing with too much baggage.
Damn, y'all. That's why I said I ain't want to be no fucking woman, dog. I want to be one of y'all.
Because if guys
No,
really
bullshit.
fucked
Let me
over so
stop.
bad.
You said what now?
A lot of guys, me and we messed over women so bad back in the day. Not me, because I was always a good guy. Black men don't cheat.
No, I mean I get what you're saying, man. I believe that. I believe that, you know, us men, and I'm speaking because I'm a man, I feel like, you know, it's been that person that we definitely done fucked over.
Right. And then we
You
think
know,
about them later.
at some point. Right.
We think about them later, like, dang, when you sitting there by yourself.
And then maturity kick in, and then
Yeah.
you learn, because sometimes you can learn from the past relationship,
Yep.
and then you move on to the next relationship, and that next relationship is your best relationship because you already done did all the fucked up shit.
Mm-hmm.
You done learned, you matured from it, and now you living better. Sometimes you have the old relationship, they might be bad about that shit.
But you scared.
Why you scared?
You
Yeah, you definitely scared
because you done hurt so many women, and now you get the good one. You be like,
because you don't want to get hurt.
because you don't want to get hurt.
You don't want to get hurt.
So you ain't throwing the whole card into the deck. You're like, oh no, I'm gonna stand back and wait.
Hold on, we got Danielle. She said if a man is worried about paying the tab, then he should not date out of his league. Period.
Well, what's all this league, though?
Right.
I want to know that.
Yeah.
Well, I think everybody got a. I don't know. What's all this league, though, Danielle? Could I know that? I
Yeah.
mean, what's all this league?
I mean,
I just
so
figured, like-
so here's the thing: is when they say, and I want to ask because she's going to comment on this. When they say out of the league, is it out of the league or being ridiculous with certain stuff? If I'm
Yeah.
going out with you and we're
First
meeting
date.
because it's a conversation, am I going out because, like you said earlier, I want to take pictures, I want to post it up on the internet, or
You wanna
is
take a picture of
this
that
really
meal?
is this really one of those things where, hey, I met this guy, he wants to meet up today.
You want to go somewhere?
I want to go somewhere, but do I really want to go somewhere expensive just to say, hey, I went to Ruth Chris, I went to
They ain't turning it down, though.
one of them
But they ain't
peak.
gonna say no.
I went to Capitol Grill, or do I want to just go somewhere we can actually a safe space where we can actually sit down?
And talk.
A happy
talk.
medium somewhere.
That's it. Because you got to think about it. What is the person you're looking for? Are you really looking to actually meet somebody and converse with them, or are you looking for a date just to go out to say, hey, I met somebody that took me out here?
I've been kind of lucky in life, man. My mama told me a long time ago, nigga, like who like you, nigga.
Right.
Period. I ain't never really like went out my way to cause you know all the signs be there from the beginning. They be there. We just ignore them. You see all the signs. What Danielle say?
I'm waiting on her reply. We got Mandy. She say stimulate the woman's mind with an interesting conversation instead of throwing money around.
That takes two.
You said what now?
That takes two.
It
Two
do.
people got to stimulate each other's mind with a decent conversation. And women are more talkable than men anyway. So
Not these days. These niggas be talking now.
they act like broads.
No,
Niggas be talking
I ain't
now,
calling
man.
women
These
bras.
niggas
I'm
be
just
pillow
saying.
talking and all kind of shit. Shit they don't even know about or don't want to know. These niggas be talking, man. And half of it be lies because dudes be feeling so insecure sometimes.
Mandy
about
say,
themselves,
I
man.
would rather talk with a guy who can stimulate my mind and have something to offer more than money. Buying me a drink. I think it's unattractive when guys do that, buying a drink. So
It
depends
depends
on who it
on where
is.
you at
Yeah.
and where you at.
And who
Like,
it is.
If like that's for like if you out and you see somebody, just see a female or something you know, and it's her and her girlfriend's drinking, then you ain't gonna just buy her a drink.
Go buy everybody one.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, now you got men, and the sad thing about it, is you got men looking for women to take care of them. So you got men that's like, buy me a drink, take me to dinner, slut me out. and you had it. So you got men that's acting like, hey.
Let me see here, man. We got my guy Knowledge on here, man. Next level.
Knowledge, what's up? Next level.
Yeah, we got paying or not paying the tab has nothing to do with dating out of your league. You can spend all the bread or not spend a dime and still be mentally out of your league.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah, you can be.
Can
I mean, because you can talk to somebody, man, and they conversation is totally off. You sitting there, you on this level, you on the business level, right? And they still on the block level,
right?
Yeah.
And you like, man, what I got myself into, man? I can't.
There'll be a lot of problems in sometimes relationships too. Dudes, they look past that. They go a sign though. That dudes look past sometimes. Then you get that dude. He be trying to save her.
Well, that's if you dating down. If he trying to save you, dating down. But then you have women that trying to save men. On the flip side, so they date down because they want the control. Because the guy who's above her league, you ain't controlling. You just ain't controlling. It's just a fact. You ain't controlling nothing. If you got a strong amount of men, you know.
Well, most men, a lot of men I see, they don't even want to talk to a woman. It's fucked up because it kind of show you what their mindset is that a lot of men don't even want to talk to a woman if he feels that she make more money than him or anything like that. A lot of dudes be, that's why a lot of women, successful women, a lot of them be single. Because dudes be, a lot of dudes be, they don't want to talk to them because they feel like they can't control them.
Right.
We got Danielle that came back.
Danielle, what's up, Danielle?
She said when he makes $40,000 a year and dates the baddest woman in the room and acts clueless like he didn't know what it takes to keep her, y'all know if a woman requires more than you can afford.
I'm lost.
40,000, a lot of money.
40,000.
40,000.
What is a lot of money to who?
That's it's not.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was about to say.
I was lost with a 40 boy. I was like,
a lot of money.
40. Okay.
It's taxes. That's you only got really 15.
Yeah, that ain't a lot of money at all. You know,
You should be dating.
let's go back because you say you shouldn't be dating, but now we going back. Is it about the money?
It is with guys because I mean, if you're a provider and a protector, you gotta know how to fight. You got to have some finances. If you're gonna be a provider, you're a protector. If you're not having them values in you at all, and you just tricking, or not even tricking, if you just one of them guys who just sports hatting, whatever you call a sport coat guy, you're gonna look at what she got. And then that means you got a good mouthpiece. You gonna talk about it.
Now let's say facts. Talking about buying a section, and you talking about buying Bitcoin. Talking about, the conversations, being not balanced, not being a balanced conversation.
Could you date Oprah?
Yes.
What about you?
I can date who I wanted to if I wanted to.
But what kind of conversation would you have?
If I was dating Oprah?
She a billionaire.
Yeah. My conversation, man, it would just be, I would, at that point, man, I would just be wanting to learn. Okay. I'd be wanting to because.
She let her do all the talking.
No, I'll be, because in private, if we're together, you talking about Oprah. She's already established.
Right.
I don't want to eat off of you. I want you to show me and help build with me so that I can have my own lane and plate. And we can grow together. Even though you're there, I'm not going to look at you as like, hey, she's already up there. I don't have to do anything. No, I'm going to take advantage of what you can teach me. Because this might not be promised, but I want to leave with some knowledge. Right. I don't want to leave on ground zero.
So now what could you offer her?
Loyalty. Because it's nothing that outside of loyalty, anything financial she can get on her own.
Right. So that's the stimulation of the mind. You understand that right? That's the stimulation of the mind. That's the kind of conversation you got to have. Because everybody getting something from something.
Okay, but you tried to trick me with some words, huh? Right. I was on my game, though. You know what I'm saying?
But at the end of the day, that's how I have to be looked at. Because with some guys, you dating down and then you looking at really what you're getting out of it. and what you're looking to get. Because I know a lot of women, when I say they down, I hate to say that, but a lot of women are really nurturers. And if she give you, and she in that mindset that's going to help you build, make you feel like you can take over the world, you can be the next mayor, the president or something, you winning. I don't care if she ain't got a dime, you are winning.
Yeah, I agree.
But if you got a woman who, she make as much as you, and she keeping you in the same mindset of their mental health, you arguing every day, y'all fighting who gonna cook, who gonna wash dishes, who gonna do this, who gonna do that, that's the worst place in the world to be.
No, I can see that. I think that, outside of finances, just on the mental side of things.
That's the most important piece.
Everybody's not going to bring the same thing to the table.
Right.
But if you can find the balance to make the relationship work,
that's it.
Balance, that's the balance. That's the equal. Because you got some guys that have the money, but they don't have the brain. Yes. They mate has the brain. Together, they're a team and they win. Then you have some people, they got the money over here, the mate got the money over there, and they still can't get it together.
Still can't get it together.
They you know what I'm saying? I guess it just, everybody's relationship depends and varies. Mindset.
It's about really what the other person, if the other person bringing the best out of you. If the other person bringing the best out of you, you winning. But if that person's bringing the worst out of you on a daily basis, you are losing. Get out of it.
Now, how do you fight that though? How do you know that, I need to leave this relationship?
A lot of guys who really damaging themselves and damaging their character and their careers because you arguing, you fighting, she calling the police, putting PPOs out on you, you going to work stressed out. Women who in relationships, she can't focus at work. He taking her car, he damaging her kids, beating her up. She can't focus at all with nothing. Like, both individuals is toxic and it's killing you.
Because two toxic people sometimes can't see toxic.
No, they can't. But if you got one that's got their mind right and the other one that's damaging, you have to get out of it. If you're not really gaining nothing from it, it's not benefiting you for the longevity piece, you got to get out of it. I don't care if it's a baby daddy or a baby mama. Take care of your kid. Pay child support. Do whatever. But get out of it.
I'm a firm believer in peace, man. I ain't gonna be in nowhere.
You gotta be.
Peace.
I mean, I see people, man, they leave relationships, man, and they become the best of friends later.
Yeah.
They just needed to,
separate.
We were good. We're just not good together.
Right.
We better not together. And hey, man, we the best of fucking friends, man. Together, we was just two negatives, man. You know what I'm saying? It happens like that.
But you know why they staying there? Because the other one don't want to see the other one with somebody else. Or you're scared the other person going to make it without you. You just don't want to see that person happy without you. And that's why a lot of people stay in it. Damaging themselves or damaging another person. Just bleeding on each other. Suffering in silence.
Okay. Yeah, you suffer, man. What else can we touch on, man? Mental health. Relationships, that's a mental
That's
thing.
the biggest mental health, and with a lot of men, period, is the relationship. Picking the wrong woman.
Damn.
But, man, I don't, because I want to be fair to the women out there.
I'm just talking about men from standpoint. I hate to talk about what really, with a woman, I'll continue.
Because there's some dudes out there that got the perfect woman out there.
How?
And they fucked, man, there's some good women out there.
I'm not saying, I'm not doubting, I'm saying, but how is it perfect for him?
It's perfect for him because he has everything that he needs from this woman, but he craves more.
Like what?
He craves in his own selfish ways. He might just be a thrill seeker, just want to have sex with different women. He know he can get it at home, but it's just something where he's like, it's the chase. It's the chase and the challenge of me knowing that, hey, I can get her and I want to try to get her.
But that means that you love her, but you got the thrill of other people.
Right.
That's not what you want. Or you got to have that conversation. She may be.
They don't see that until it's too late, and now they can't handle it
because now she was somebody.
So
else.
he had the right girl, but he wanted to do what he wanted to do. Boom.
Yeah.
So now, do we blame that on mental illness, mental health, because he's fucked up in the head now on something that he caused on his own?
Well, of course, people gonna say that, but it's just a bad decision. Black man don't cheat.
Hold on, we got Kel say the relationship go bad because they move too quickly. They don't learn each other. Relationships go bad when it comes time for people to meet somebody. They not taking the time to develop and learn each other. They not taking the time to meet each other, to grow with each other, to know about each other. They going off the thrill.
They going out to expensive restaurant. You spend $500, so you don't want to talk. Let my money talk for me.
What if you meet older women, man? What about younger men going with the older women? We talked about the older guys going after the young girls, right? The young females, and them being young and not mature enough, like the 40-year-old going after the 20-year-old. Now, what about the younger men with the older women? And there's a lot of older women out there. They're flocking to younger men.
Yeah. My first love, I was 17. I lied to her. I had a little fake ID. I told her I was 19. And she was a dancer at this club, Slammers. And I was in love with this girl.
Did you know she was a dancer?
Yeah.
Okay.
She dogged the shit out of me. First love, she dogged the shit out of me. But when you date somebody older at a young age, speak on it just outside of just being a man dating a younger woman, the difference between an older woman dating a younger man. So once you have that older woman, her maturity, you tap into that maturity. So once you tap into it, it's hard to go back to date younger girls. So now you're always chasing that mature piece. And then now you're trying to, when I'm 19 now, trying to date somebody 19, she 19. Her mindset ain't the same as somebody was 25.
That's true.
There was 27 at the time. So now you looking at,
like
So now it's like, she didn't put you up on game. It's like being put on game. And so now you can't go back.
I'm an older woman type of guy, right? When I was 16, turning 17, I was with a 23-year-old. When Players Club came out, this was when they really used to card people at the movie theater. You had under 17,
right.
all that other stuff, right? And I used to have to roll with my cousin. And the funny part about it is the girl came out of school the same year as my older cousin. So in order for me to blend in, but I don't even realize that I'm as young as I am because I'm always with the older, my big cousins and shit, right? So I don't know, like, she can really tell that I'm young, but she was still rocking with me and everything. She want to go to the Players Club, see the Players Club. So in order for me to go, I got to have my cousin and his crew roll with me so they won't bother me. Right. Go in, blah, blah, blah. But kicking it with her, then going to another older female. I get what you're saying as far as a guy, because now I got to step my game up. So instead of being goofy, I know she older, so I got to be serious too.
Yeah.
I got to be, all that playful shit, got to go. Yep. And that followed me through life because most of my women that I've dated, been with, they all been older. When I try to kick it with younger females, the conversation is just like, oh, fucked up. Like, what are you talking about? I'm lost. Even my age, because I'm kicking it with grandma status.
I ain't going.
I mean, at this age, not when I was in my 20s or nothing like that, man.
I wonder sometimes have all dudes mostly went through that with older women, man. Because that's how I was when I was like 16, 17, same thing.
We got Psycho Dan. She said age don't make you mature. Some women be 45 but act 25.
So she talking about the mental piece of it. We talking about the experience that you're going to gain. You're going to gain, it's like going to freaking Michigan Adventures and going to Cedar Point. The rides are different. Let's be truthful. Like the motorcycles. You get on the scooter and get on one of them Harleys. It's going to be a different ride. No matter what. It's going to be a whole different ride. You date somebody older than you, that you're going to drive that Harley. Because they're going to do some shit to you.
So is it beneficial for a woman, older woman to date? Is it beneficial for a younger guy to be with an older woman than it is for an older man to be with a younger girl? Because older men seem to bring out, or should I say when they date that younger girl, they're looking for that fun. They're looking for that excitement. They're looking for that thrill. They're trying to get that youth back.
But you know what, too, though? Women mature quicker than men do. First of all.
True.
They mature quicker than men do.
True.
So that I would.
That's a fact.
They mature quicker than we do.
So you
That's
dating
just
the
what
older,
it is.
yeah, you dating the younger girls. Some of the younger girls
Yeah.
on the same level because they had that experience. But then you talking about an older woman who dating the young guys. It's that control piece. That's my opinion. They want to be in control.
They want to be in control, huh? Okay, let
They
me
want to
see.
be a teacher.
She want that young dick. That's what she want.
Mandy
Want that
say,
young dick, don't you?
Mandy say, younger guys play too many games. We got Peekaboo say some older men and women try to act like they teenagers and it looks absolutely stupid. But them younger men have no energy, but they prioritize different. I think them younger men got a lot of energy.
I think
did.
they said it wrong.
Probably saying the older men don't have a lot of energy.
Right.
They can't get up.
They got
I'm just saying.
they got too much support for the fellas.
They might not be able to stand up or whatnot. I was saying, so let me ask you this, Wayman, man. And we talking about our array of different things, man, all relating back down to the mental state of something, dealing with some part of life. What about a man's sex drive, man?
Wow.
Keep that in mind. As a male gets older, and I'm not even gonna say older because now you see it in younger men now.
Younger guys.
You see it in younger men as well.
Well, these young guys, they don't really take care of themselves health wise. If you notice, they are all of them. A lot of them on lean. They smoke, drink all day long, lean all day long, popping pills, all of this shit like this, man. Not including other shit they be doing, they be on. So versus,
So you take a guy.
But we do lose sexual stamina as we get older. If you're not working out and eating healthy.
I'm in the gym every day,
Yep.
just in case somebody's listening
Yeah.
because of what you just said. I'm in the gym every day.
me too.
Yeah, I'm like my guy Gunner in Texas. I'm a
Gunner.
young bull. I'm a young bull. But no, you get men out here, right? How do they cope? And I don't know if you can relate to it, but dating at an older age, women, they're hitting a certain cycle where that some women's sex drives are going up.
Yep.
Others going through different bodily changes is not there. But for the men trying to go out here and date, now they already got some type of stuff in their head. They can take you out. They can spend more money on you to compensate for, sex. I've had women share with me, hey man, he did everything, but when it came down to sex, he just kind of avoided that. He stayed away. How do you think it affected man, mentally when he can't perform? And that's one of the biggest things that men,
Men
are
not performing
pride.
because we not eat. A lot of men don't eat healthy. Number one, taking all this different medication. Number two, a lot of black men have high blood pressure. They have diabetes. They have all these things that affect your sex drive. So if you're not working out, eating healthy, doing everything you
Take
need to
care
do,
of
it's
yourself.
going to affect your manhood. And that's the true fact. So now you're trying to date an older woman. A lot of older women look for these younger guys because they're young bulls.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I'm a young.
I've
boy.
seen that. I know people. I know people in situations where they're like married and it's like, listen, man, I got to pass. He can't do what I need him to do. He can't do that, and I need X, Y, Z.
It's time to divorce.
And I do what I do. Now, how do you feel? I mean, like, let's think about it. And I know we don't want to think about it because we men. We definitely don't want to hear about this. You got somebody diabetic, blood pressure pills, erectile dysfunction. You got this woman. She's like, look, man, it's only so much licking that you can do. It's only so much licking that you can do. I need that thing.
You gotta get his ass.
You know what I'm
in the
saying?
gym. By
She's
eating right.
going to get it, especially if she's active. Come on now, let's be honest. You're gonna have some that's gonna take it for so long before they go out and act. So it's gonna be that conversation of, hey man, you can't give me this.
No, they ain't gonna have to come. They're just gonna cheat.
I know people that had that conversation. Not a lot. I know a couple. And it's like,
What do you say, okay?
what can, I mean, I'm not going to say what can he say, but it's a don't ask, don't tell type of thing. I personally will feel some type. Listen, man, I don't want nobody, you know. But how do you cope with that? Because men go through that.
That's wild. And that's a good conversation to have.
Men go through that.
To ask. I mean,
somebody said toys. I've talked to people and they say the toys just don't do it. They want the real thing.
After the toy only gonna work for so long for a month.
They want the real thing. They want that. They want that throbbing.
Body on.
They want that heat. They want that real meat. I'm just saying because these are. I mean, that's real things to really think about. Some men can't function right.
No.
They head all screwed up because they know that they cannot satisfy a woman in that area. They can do a lot of other things, but they can't satisfy a woman in that area.
So you got these women going through some of the similar things that can't do no satisfying either.
Yeah, I agree. So what do you do? Woo. And how do you cope with that? Because I know that on both sides, men and the women, it has to affect them mentally in some type of way. A woman, let's just take this woman. A woman sits at home, come home from work, do whatever she do. She has a man over here. That's a young bull. And she knows that she cannot do what she needs to do as a woman to stimulate him. So her mental thing is kind of like, it's because now, listen, outside of that, just the fact of knowing I can't do this to him or for him, and I got to sit up here, my mind wondering because I don't know if he's out there cheating on me. I don't know if he's out there having sex with other women because I know I can't give him what he wants. How does that affect her mentally?
Mess her mind up.
You know what I'm saying? Let's think about that. Those are things. That's a reaction in a relationship that causes even more friction because it might be there, it might not be there. I know I'm coming home frustrated because I want to be, pleased this type of way, and you can't.
Wow.
I might step out on you now. Does that mean that I don't love you the same? Does that mean that you're not good enough? Does that mean that, hey, it was just sex? Because it's going to trigger down on both of them mentally.
So I think that we get confused between sex and love. Because you could fuck somebody else and love somebody else. So it depends on that relationship and what they talk about. Now, people having that conversation and they agree upon that, whatever works for your relationship, that's what you need to do. But if you just going around there cheating on women and doing other things as a man, you can bring a lot of diseases. And the same thing with women that's going out there just sleeping around with a whole bunch of guys and coming home, laying up, and then cheating on a man. That's why there's a lot of guys killing these women on top of that. They're beating the hell out of them because men can't take it. We put out a lot, but we cannot take no one thing that a woman give us.
A nigga can fuck 1 million bitches. A woman get a nigga phone number. A nigga had a heart attack.
Have a heart attack.
No, I'm with you on that, man. Look, I don't want
nobody
nobody talking to my woman, man.
What is that? Man, this phone number from 3 years ago.
Hey, Knowledge say they better get their bread up. Danielle said, that's right, get that bread up. So now they got to come. If they can't get that up, they got to get their bread up,
That
huh?
ain't gonna solve nothing.
It ain't.
Mm-mm.
It's just going to be temporary.
Yep.
Okay. Because and I'm going to say this because I hear conversations. Women feel, and men do too, women feel like if she getting the money, that's a cure-all. Men feel like if they give the money, that's a cure-all.
That's a fact.
Where's the balance at? The real balance behind that. How long does that last before it gets tired and old?
But think about it is, honestly, a lot of women who going out there getting that money now from these guys playing games, you're going to get older. You're going to get older. And you want to be taken care of. And how many men really going to take care of you? You got to look at that. And the same thing with men. If we out there chasing women, not putting our money up, not making them sacrifices, investing, you're going to get older. And you ain't going to have no fucking money. Now you want a woman to take care of you. Who's gonna take care of you?
No, I'm laughing at knowledge. You say, man, and they still getting cheated on with a broke nigga, man.
Knowledge was. Oh man.
Oh man, yeah, man. That's some interesting stuff, man. That's some interesting stuff, man. I try to sit up out here, man, and just really just kick it about some of the topics and issues that people want to talk about, and they want to talk about mental health, and there's a lot of doggone mental different things going on with a lot of the stuff that we was talking about. And me, I feel like it's the way that you perceive it mentally,
Right.
the way that you perceive it in your head. And the outcome, the way that you feel about something. I feel like everything that we discuss has some type of mental background to it. Sex, relationship, money, dating, kicking it, suicide, depression, all of those things, man, had to do with some type of mental stuff or whatnot. Yeah, but talking about sex, man, I'm just laughing at one of the comments and everything like that. I'm just laughing at that. Hold on. Money can't buy you happiness. It can just satisfy your wants. And I agree with that. I met people that the only thing they justify is money. Wait a minute, let me ask you this. And I like money. And I think that you can do a lot with money, right? But me personally, romantically, in a relationship, I don't believe that money is everything. To me.
For me, I look at money. I don't know.
I'm different on that.
Me too. Because I think money can take you.
Motherfuckers be
No,
saying
listen.
a lot of times.
I think money can.
I think that's what broke people say. Money ain't good thing.
No, listen.
Like motherfuckers be talking about it's lonely at the top and all that shit, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. I didn't feel that.
No, man, I feel like this, man.
I
This
don't
is
feel
this
none
is
of
my
that shit,
personal
dog.
feeling, man. I've seen, and this is why I say I personally don't think that money is everything. When I talk about relationship wise, I think you can do a lot with money. Don't get me wrong.
Right,
You
yeah,
can buy a
yeah.
lot.
Right.
You can have fun. You can get whatever you want to do. You can get whatever you want. But you know what I noticed out here? And I want y'all to think about it. Everybody got money out here in these relationships with money. I see that you got the females out here, they got all the dopest cars, the biggest expensive bags and all that shit because they got the money in the relationship, right? But in that same relationship, they ain't got that time. They ain't got that communication. They ain't got that understanding. Cause how you got that time if you chasing the money?
So I agree.
You ain't got that kind of time.
I
But
agree.
hold on. I want to say this. I've seen people that had less money
Oh, for
than
sure.
people with more money. They have the greatest times.
Just
The
think
way that
about
they
when you was poor.
the,
How much
exactly.
fun you had?
Hold on. The way that they
Yeah.
manage their money, they don't have it to splurge. They figure it out. They've been together the longest. They enjoy each other the best. Their level of communication and understanding has been better. Everybody that I know, and not everybody, people that I know that I seen, a lot of people that I seen that's so money hungry.
Mm.
Outside of having all of the wants they have or need and can get, they not that happy in their relationship. They don't even know each other like that.
See, the thing with money is a lot of people think
You do?
money gonna solve all the issues.
That's what I'm saying
issues.
about money. That's
So-
what I say about
so
money in a
If
relationship.
you're looking at two different ways, so now you're talking about money and you building with somebody you're in a relationship with. So both of y'all broke, y'all happy together, broke, good times. Now you start talking about you're a single individual, and now you're attracting the money in. You really, the experience that money give you, that you can do a lot of stuff with. You can live happy as a single person.
Money
But
sometimes
you
treat
can't
people
find
like
love.
shit, man.
But you can't find love. If you're trying to buy love with that money, it ain't gonna work. Because number one, you ain't gonna trust them half the time, no way. Because you're already scared they're gonna try to come after you for your money. So if you're trying to buy love with money, that's never gonna happen at all. It's never gonna happen. But if you're talking about, so when you say money is not gonna make you happy, it depends on if you're talking about trying to be in a relationship and live happily ever after and think the money gonna do that. No, that's not gonna never happen.
Exactly. And that's why I say and why I feel the way that I feel about that. And it goes back to, okay, control. I'm going to use it on both sides. You said an older woman, an older lady with a younger man, she wants that control. You say an older man with a younger lady wants that control. And I feel like in a relationship, when they use that money, they're using that money as control.
Well, I don't think we should classify that as when we say control, because everybody, you got some people that's just not controlling though. Even with an older woman, you could have an older woman. I don't necessarily think because she older and you younger, she want to have control. I don't necessarily think that. I don't think that with an older man with a younger woman. I don't think there's a control issue there neither.
I don't think so either, because I've dated mostly all older women. It's not
Personally, I like
it's not
people
big
just be
control.
who the fuck you is.
But I mean, what else? Now you dating a younger guy, somebody 50, and she got a 21-year-old. What do they have in common besides sex? What do they got in common?
Probably good sex.
A guy that's 50 and a 21-year-old. What do he have in common with that girl?
She getting them back up.
She's breathing life.
Ain't no stimulation.
She
to the
bringing
mind.
life in.
Bringing life into him.
Somebody making a man making $1 million.
Hold on. Now let's say money can buy you a bunch of shit, but it doesn't guarantee you happiness.
No,
And that's what I'm saying. And then I go back to control on that. All right, let me say this. You as a man, let's not even use you. Let's use men, and we hear
I
women.
think that very.
It could. It ain't 100% factual, but let's go back to the COVID shit, all right? That you spoke on earlier in here when you talk about people dealing with different shit, all right? You said that you had women that was living in the house with men, getting fucked up, beat up, and all this shit. They couldn't leave because they couldn't go nowhere because they didn't have shit to go anywhere, right? You had the man that had this money.
Mm-hmm.
He controlled everything, and he partially controlled her mind because guess what? I got the money. Where you gonna go? What you gonna do?
But
And it's the
but
same.
do you
And it's
not
the
know
same
though?
way.
But you do know it was some women that had all the money too. And niggas was in there
That's
too.
what I'm saying. I'm about to say that as well. You got women the same way. They got the
Everybody
money.
didn't go through that though.
No, not
Through
everybody.
COVID. Everybody in COVID ain't.
But you got
one thing
some-
for sure. You found out
Who was gonna rock with
who
you
was
and
gonna
who
rock
wasn't.
with you.
But you had some.
fucking wasn't,
You had
for
some
sure.
situations where it just happened like that. Then
Yeah.
you had COVID that actually did help people and shot them up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as control with money in a relationship, take that woman is fucking her up because she wants to do more, but she knows she can't. In her power, she got to suffer, go through all the bullshit of this guy until she put herself in a position. Right. That's when she isolates herself and got to move different because the woman already done checked out, right? Yeah. She's already building her game plan up.
And he ain't gonna let her.
And he ain't gonna let her knowingly, so she got to secretly do the shit.
Yeah.
Until she get to a point where it's like,
Save this
okay,
money.
fuck this, I'm out. Next time he do X, Y, Z, I'm gone. If she ain't already just left a Dear John letter and left. Because she already done been tore down, but she had to sacrifice that because of the money, the power, the control. And sometimes she's not letting her family know, which is another sickness, because guess what? She's suppressing all of that shit in. She's suppressing, and it's fucking her up.
Maybe I'm looking at that shit a little different because I'm not no controlling nigga. Period. Like, period. It's like I'm almost, if I'm with a female, she will almost think I'm not interested because I'm that not controlling. I don't look in no fucking purses and let me see your phone and who calling you. Why you speak to this motherfucker? Why you had a conversation with him that long when we out? I never was one of them type of persons. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I'm looking at it a little.
That's insecurity. With
I'm not.
What's that? You said what now?
That's insecurity with a man.
What's that?
Yeah.
And when you checking the phone.
Oh.
I mean,
checking
I've got
phones
did
and
that
checking
before.
purses and shit like that. I
That's
don't
the
do all that
insecurity
shit
piece.
and calling. Where you at? FaceTime me. Let me see. I never been that type of person. It's not like I don't give a fuck. I do, but I just never really been like a controlling person or a person that's in a person's space. I like it. Plus, first of all, I can never be a person that can be controlled. I'm not like a person that you can fence in.
Right.
So I like to have my freedom. So I guess because of that, I give the next person their own wingspan. You know what I'm saying? Let them, whatever they do, if it goes south, they did it.
It's on you.
Yeah, it's on you. Cause I ain't gonna be checking behind you and all that shit like that. I just don't.
You ain't never checked the phone before?
No, I ain't never checked the phone.
Never checked the phone, huh?
Never checked the phone.
Have I
On
checked
my-
the phone?
Listen,
Absolutely.
on my dead mama, I ain't never checked the phone.
I checked the phone, man.
Or checked the motherfucking purse.
I done checked the phone.
I did it.
I done checked the inbox.
I ain't did.
Yeah, I done did all that.
Yeah.
Now, I wasn't insecure, but I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why you do it?
Why I needed to verify some shit. I didn't listen. I ain't do it because I was just
right.
Yeah, I did it to verify. Yeah. Because I knew,
You
listen,
said
just like a woman got an intuition, a dude got an intuition, right? So when I went to go look, it was to prove my point.
right.
What you do after?
Prove my point.
But did you still fuck with her after that?
I did.
Because if you did, it didn't matter though.
I did.
You still fuck with
See, me, let me tell you something.
did.
Like me, it's like if I know
I did.
I'm gonna go through this shit.
I
I'm gonna
did.
still
Because
fuck
I
with
was
you.
like this.
I'm still
Look,
gonna fuck with you.
and
Why
I
I'm
held
gonna
it.
even do it?
I held it. Because guess what, man?
Right.
Some shit just happens, man. You
Right.
you
Right.
be in
Right.
those things.
moments.
And,
Yeah.
and I'm just saying this because it's people out here that say, I ain't never did this, I ain't never did that. That's cool. Me, I want to keep it real. I've done it.
No, I never
I ain't done it a lot of
I'm
times,
not saying I never
but
will,
I've done it.
Never done it. I just
I've
never
done it,
dog.
and I don't hide it and say I didn't do it because I want to let you know.
Yeah,
Because
I did
what I want to do after I done found what I found, I'm already screenshotting it and I'm texting it to you. Oh, yeah. So what about this? Now I gotta wait for my instant text because here go my play, and it happens. We texting back and forth. Text.
Yeah.
When I send that screenshot, that text
quiet.
done got
It's
longer.
quiet, right.
So now I got to send another text because the motherfucker's thinking, oh, this nigga done been through my phone. Yes, I sure have been through your phone. And I'm waiting on you to get home. Yeah, I done did that.
Did it, man.
I did that like 3 times.
Yeah.
Not that I'm special. No, I just never did it, man. I just.
Let us say he's in telecommunication. Let's say don't cheat on him. He gonna find out.
Who said that?
Butter. He in telecommunications.
All right, you gonna find out, butter, immediately.
Yeah. But I've done, and I feel like this,
When
man.
you stayed, did you still do it? Why did you stay?
I stayed because of my feelings for the girl.
Okay.
You know, it wasn't a thing that I did monthly. I did weekly. It wasn't one of those type of things. It was something that prompted me to it. It wasn't like, you know, her phone is just laying there and I just gotta go pick it up. I gotta go sneak it wasn't nothing like that. Something drew me. It was a reason why, you know, I was doing that. Right. I get a hunch on something. I'm like a bloodhound. I can smell it. I sniff it.
Women say they can cheat and guys will never find out.
They can.
Shit.
Let me tell you something. Women are a little smoother than men.
They are.
You gotta say that, dog.
Smooth,
because let me
man.
tell you something. And another thing, though, the thing that's really fucked up about a woman is like, I think I could be wrong about this statement, but I think like a nigga cheat with a broad, he don't have no feelings for her. He don't give a fuck. Sure. He don't love it. He don't nothing. He just did it. He just did it. It could be peer pressure. It could just be because he wanted to do it. Or maybe he got an addiction or whatever it may be. But usually, when a woman do it, it's well thought out, dog. It be well thought out.
I think so. Here
well thought out.
Here go my thing with women, man.
And a nigga, hold on real quick. And so most niggas, this is why you see this all the time with most men. Most men just do it. It don't matter. It's like a woman bill. She's like, damn, you fucked her over me? Women cheat up, though. Most women will cheat up.
I seen some cheat down.
They will. It's some will cheat down, but the majority will cheat up.
I seen them cheat down. I seen them cheat down.
Cheat up. Yeah, when it comes to you, you be like, damn, you him over me? It's going to always be you over him. You know what I'm saying? It's going to always be you over him. But a woman, in their mind, they be thinking, well, I'm going to cheat up. They cheat up because it's thought out. It's planned. It's like it's a process. It's planned out.
I mean,
most time, a woman already know. If me and this nigga don't work out, I'm gonna try that.
But see,
there.
that's a mental thing that really destroy men, whether y'all pay attention to.
Okay, speak on it.
Because if your woman or wife cheating on you, it fuck with your mental. You can't function.
But how do you know she's cheating?
If you assume that she can assume, you can assume. The assumption of suspecting her of doing something will fuck up your whole day. It will fuck up your whole day. You had a lot of men that killed the girl when they found out, or killed her, and he didn't even have no facts to it. But it'll fuck up your whole day. It messed your whole day up.
I seen that.
It's a mental piece.
I've actually seen that.
No, I mean, I can get that. I can get that. It throw
you off. It's just about assumption. Sometimes you can be wrong.
I think
But if
everybody
you right-
cheat, though. This is my opinion.
Everybody do cheat.
I
But
think
if
everybody do. Everybody do. I just think they do.
and the guy get cheated
That don't
on,
mean necessarily they don't love you though.
no, they don't.
Because you love Jesus or God. They say you love God, but you sin.
That's different.
You love God though, but you sin though.
Black men don't cheat though.
Right? They don't cheat.
They don't cheat.
They don't cheat.
But no,
Good
obviously,
guys. We good
No, I
guys.
think women, man, it is, man. Women, man, they do that shit smoother, man. I don't know, man. I mean, you got some sloppy women out here. And I want to be honest with you, man. But you got some women out here, man. Once they find that connection, man, that they lost with you, and they find it with somebody else, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And then you got some women that think they're gonna find a connection like they had with you, and they realize that they don't. So it's, I mean, and it's
You
nothing
supposed to go
picture.
back?
It's nothing
They be
perfect.
trying to come back
Do you
though.
go back though?
I don't know.
Trying
So
to.
if you dating somebody, you like them and you love them, whatever, and they decide to go a different direction,
It'd be
you
hard.
take 'em back.
It'd be hard to take them back.
fuck
though.
that, you don't take them back.
No, because you don't respect them. You
'Cause
can't
you don't respect
just like you don't respect the motherfucker. You can't respect the motherfucker that
No,
you
you
lost
can't.
respect for.
Nope.
You can't respect the motherfucker.
But let
I don't know nobody have done that.
If
Like
you choose somebody over me, you stick with
respect the
him.
motherfucker.
That's your choice.
I have never seen that. You gonna respect the nigga?
No.
No. Once you
Man.
lose respect for a person, it's gone.
But sometimes women will come back to a guy. Guys can do shit and women come back. For men and for me, I did a lot of stupid shit in life. You do that shit to me, we done.
You ain't never went back.
Oh, that's just a man's
Yeah, I've been
nature.
back before. I've been back. I double back. I double back on the block. I'm back on the block now. Double back. But yeah, nah.
No, I mean, it's and here go the thing, because we all, and women, they always dog men out
Yep.
about cheating. Men ain't shit, but it's a lot of women that's, when I say, and I'm not speaking on cheating on their men. I'm speaking as a whole. It's a lot of women out here that's completely cheating like a motherfucker, man. You got women out here, man. You don't even know they married.
Terrible.
And then you see, because you don't see them with they husband is over here. She running with him over here. They never have a reason to cross paths.
Oh yeah, I see that.
You never know that they're married.
You
And
got-
it's a lot of women that's like that.
You got
Why?
women
Hold on, man. Who
terrible.
you talking about, dog?
Now, I'm just speaking in general. I'm just speaking in
I'm just
general.
fucking with. I'm just fucking with. Like, who you talking about? That?
You see, listen.
No, I
Now let's say women cheat with a purpose. Men cheat as opportunities. It is. It's the
Yeah.
truth.
Listen.
It's the truth.
I was with my girl. And
Jay
the girl
Boogie, what up,
walked to
though?
me
Jay Boogie.
And tried. She like, I'm gonna fuck you.
You say a chick did that.
Yeah. And knew my girl.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I get that.
I knew
I get that all the time.
And I'm still
Yes.
looking like,
I've got that.
I know them celebrities probably get that shit all the time.
I'm a celebrity too.
Man, listen, man. I'm saying you women, they are just as aggressive as men.
Terrible. Terrible.
They don't talk about that public because they
Terrible.
smoother than a lot of shit. And a lot of men ain't gonna say nothing.
They don't supposed to. Nah,
You know
that's
what
what
I'm
you don't supposed to do, niggas.
The
Let me
guys
give
ain't
y'all
gonna
some
tell.
niggas some
Huh?
nigga shit.
I ain't say shit.
You don't
I
supposed
ain't
to kiss
say
and
nothing.
tell.
No. Even if you want to never touch him, I would still not say nothing because it causes more issues.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it do.
More issues. You don't say shit. Just look at it and like, girl, never.
Right, right.
Never. You never have a chance. Never.
Yeah, no, that's yeah. Women,
You let it boost your ego though.
what's that?
If a girl wants to sleep with you, you can say no.
Yeah.
Yeah, say no. Turn the
They
pussy
give you
down.
some. They give you some lives on
Turn
you.
that shit down.
Yeah, turn it down. It really. Yeah.
Turn it down.
Because women think that they can just.
Peekaboo say, most women when they give you a second chance, it's on two players.
That's a
On
deep
what?
one.
Two players
Players. That means she about to do the same thing you did.
to get back. Cause
To
some
get
women,
back.
cause some women cheat to get back. And sometimes one they cheat to fuck and get back, or sometimes they cheat to give you the illusion that they did. Cause some women do care about their body, where it's like
They don't
I
want
want-
that many body. They don't want that body
they,
count.
I don't really want to fuck nobody else, but I want him to feel what I felt.
Right.
I want him to feel what I felt. I want him to hurt like I heard.
I want to hurt you like.
I think that'll come with maturity though too. Though.
No, I mean, what's
Girls
maturity?
want-
I know a lot of mature women that think like
Just
that.
to do that.
Yep.
Because they're gonna leave. They're gonna leave you because it's like it's a wrap. I'm done. Fuck that.
No.
Or
No,
it's gonna be
Cause they're gonna leave you and go to another nigga that's worse than you.
that could
They
be
don't think that. They
Today.
don't think that.
depend on a woman. Cause some women know like shit. I wasn't shit and he did what he did. Did some women know that I did everything for this man and he still went out and did this and I can't believe that shit. They can't get over it.
Yeah, they can't get over that.
I'm crushed off of that shit. I would never let it go. Relationship would never be the same.
I asked this couple one time. They was about, at that time, this was probably about 5 years ago. They was like, they had been married like 70-something years, dog. They was old as fuck. So I asked him, man, I was like, man, damn, how you do that shit? He was like, man, do you think in all these years that she ain't fucked around and I ain't fucked around and fucked around and fucked around? He said people have the illusion of marriage like it's just gonna be so happy, it's gonna go smooth. It's just gonna be a smooth selling situation when it don't. He said we just stuck it out. He stuck it out because he said, what I'm gonna do? Go to another
You gonna go to another situation
relationship.
and I already know this
That's
motherfucker.
the relationship, all the relationship is basically somewhat the same. So you're gonna be here. It may not happen 5 years, 10 years. It may happen 12 years down the line. Same thing in another relationship. Say shit, I might as well stay where I was at like I did. I said, oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Girl cheat on me.
It just depends on how it was, though. See, the thing about it is, too, sometimes, man, with me, I always been like this in relationship. It's like this. Whatever a woman do to me, I always look at in the mirror, too. Like, what have I done? Whether she knew it or not. Whether she know I did it or not, I still look at myself in the mirror and what have I done? I look at that part too. And it's about how it's done. Is it a nigga that you know? How did it go? How did it go? How did it go down? How did it go? How did it go? I'm not saying it's acceptable, but I'm just saying I look at that shit, though. I look at all that shit. When I make decisions, I look at myself too. What I do, because I know I ain't no angel.
Yeah,
And never been one. And it's hard for a motherfucker to be with me.
It's hard for him, huh?
difficult.
Yeah, because I do what I want to do.
You difficult?
I ain't difficult. I'm real easy. I'm
difficult.
real easy. I ain't difficult. I ain't hard to deal with or none of that shit. It's just that I just kind of live my life, dog. I just live. Like it's the last fucking day. Every day. Every day. Like it's the last day.
She said guys with little wee-wees. Danielle said guys with little wee-wees check phones. So, I don't know, man.
I checked it.
I can't believe that.
Shit,
I don't believe that, though, Danielle.
Yeah, she better go. Hey,
No, I don't believe that, though.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
I don't know, but I don't believe that. I just think different dudes, different.
She said
Different
two
dudes have
wrongs
different
don't make it
reasons.
right, so I'm done. I deserve better.
Right.
She said, Lavish, you scared to read my comments. I'm real. No, I got to see them in order to read them. I gotta see them in order.
Danielle type it fast.
Yeah.
Danielle. Okay.
Yeah. No.
She said,
Yeah, you know.
guys with little wee-wees check.
So here go another thing, man. Let's talk about this, right? Because she just said this, and this is good. This is a good thing. It doesn't apply to me. It doesn't. What I'm about to say. It doesn't apply to me, right? But you take a female like her, right? What she just said about a guy with a little wee-wee, right? So you got a guy, man, he the shit, right? Cash out every goddamn thing, right? He feeling this girl.
But she ain't feeling
She ain't.
she no kind of way.
Exactly. So how the hell is he supposed to mentally be secure with himself in that aspect, Wayman? Let's speak on that, man.
I think they be knowing, though, dog.
I'm saying, no, they go, everything is going great. She loving this guy. She digging this guy until it's that time. So now, hey, lights off, on, whatever, the drawers is dropped. I'm just saying. And she's expecting a certain thing.
She already knew.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, she ain't never been with dude.
Oh, right.
You know what I'm saying? And he pull up and he pull out, and it's like, man, he ain't coming with the 357 to 40 cal. He coming with the 2.2 with the 2.5. You know what I'm saying? So how's that supposed to, help boost the guy's mental? How's he supposed to feel good about himself when he ain't blessed?
Listen, if he
if he feeling that good about himself, he better get in there with the little 2-2 and get it done. 2-2 cause more damage sometimes than the AK. So I don't know.
I'm just asking because these are things. Peekaboo sake is not about the size, it's the motion.
The motion, baby. Okay.
Bolo, what up, though, man? You just chiming in. What's the deal? Yeah. Yeah. It's she say, Tiki say, if he got a 2-2, it ain't shit we gonna do.
She got
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't even know how he got in there.
man.
Let me see what Knowledge say. He say she gonna fake and shake with him and then get smashed by a broke nigga. The broke dudes be winning.
Broke dudes be winning. They be because they got the
I seen that shit, dog.
They sell illusion. They be winning.
That broke nigga's testosterone is up too.
Yeah.
You know, he been lifting weights, running, working out.
I don't know about that. But
No,
they had
I'm
a good
just saying.
conversation. And they be
Psycho Dan say it's the skill. It's the skill.
It's a skill set.
But you got, but you talking to these guys. I've talked to women. That's you know, because I kick it with these people. They like, yeah, man, I talked to dude, man, and shit, man, we got ready to do XYZ, man, and I couldn't even, you know, I couldn't even do it, man, because I'm like, where the rest of it at?
Listen, I'll be talking to these girls and females I know, and they talking about how much they cooking, paying for this, and paying this guy car, and doing all this and about that. And I'm like, where you find you at? I mean, you got women actually are taking care of these dudes, man. They're taking care of these dudes. And I'm like, where did they find you at?
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I need to find one myself. But I don't know, man. My pride too in the way, man. I like to do my own thing, man. I can't feel good about that.
Take care of a woman, can't take care of you?
No, we can take care of each other.
Right.
We can build together. I just couldn't be the man that I am, feeling like I'm just a helpless dude, and a female has to take care of me. We can take care of each other. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge say people can't be sexually selfish on both sides.
That's true. That's true. That's a fact.
So what if he's good with the tongue, and he ain't, you know,
That's
ladies? Psycho Dan said before her husband, she dated a guy 6'7", and her pinky was bigger.
Psycho.
I'm saying, cause some big dudes ain't always big. Obviously, you know, I just know about the skinny guys like myself. I mean, I only know about myself. You know, broke guys still got a skill. We had let me see. Peekaboo say broke guys only skill is the penis and the tongue. And they had the dudes like that. They don't want nobody to know about their secret weapon. They keep them off to the side. I'm just saying.
Broke guys be winning.
Having your own shit levels the playing field. Hell, I even got my own Netflix account, so you know I'm responsible. And not sitting up for the foolishness. Oh, man. Now let's say, hey, Psycho Dan, how big is your pinky? You know, so if you financially can't take care of her, do you get in that relationship or stay single?
It depends if you got goals.
So let me ask you this, man, because I hear a lot of women talk about finance to take care of them, right?
What's the plan? If you got a plan and you got goals, you can be a guy down on his luck trying to ain't go somewhere. So is she gonna sacrifice with you until you get there, or is she gonna stop fucking with you till you get there?
It'd be kind of funny.
But what's the
when
financially
women talk
what's
about
taking
shit like
care of
that,
them
because
financially?
You's a grown adult, lady.
What if, okay, let's speak on it, Pedro.
Well, if
No, I'm just saying. I mean, really, nobody's responsible for you. I mean, that's of course we know what a man's job. A man, trust me, ladies. A man already know what his job is being your man, your dude. You don't got to tell him. You shouldn't have to ask no nigga for nothing, because he already know what it.
but what is your
as a
job when you
dude.
dating though? I mean, that's why I get
I mean,
lost.
like,
If I'm married to
thing-
you, I'm responsible to take care of you.
But-
Just because I'm dating you, I don't owe you nothing. I don't owe you shit. I ain't even talking about my money if I'm dating you. If I'm dating
Right.
you, I could be a million, I could be a trillionaire, I could be a
At the end
thousandaire.
of the day,
We
you
not talking about my finances.
He's a grown adult, though.
Exactly. And if you need a push, okay, I can see getting you a push 1 or 2 times. But if you constantly need a push, you're a distraction. You're gonna bring me down. Because you can't take care of yourself. So why you talking about finances? Get you a financial literacy book and take care of yourself. The fuck?
Peekaboo said, as long as a guy can take care of himself, she's good. I don't need you standing behind me every time it's time to pay. Every time it's time to pay the bill.
Well,
I'm used to paying the bill when I go out. I don't
Me
have a
too.
problem.
I
You
don't-
know,
I don't-
it's
I
a
don't-
force of habit.
I pay the bill every
I
time
mean,
we go out. If
what's
you cook-
crazy is the niggas that pay the bills for his niggas, but he won't pay the bill for the person that he with. That's retarded as fuck to me. I
But you
don't
know, you
have no
got them
problem
guys
paying the
who
bill.
go
Yeah,
and they ain't never got no money.
yeah.
You got to take care of.
But that's a whole nother guy, man, because I can't be that guy. I won't feel right as a guy. I can't hold my chest out. I can't hold my head up, chest out, and feel like something, man. I know dudes that can't change tires.
That's bad. I can't change the time. But I pay for AAA.
I can't. I just be lazy, so I
I pay for AAA.
changed the tire in all white one time and get no dirt on me.
No, I'm changing my tire,
Change
man.
that motherfucker.
Some
Hey
shit I
man,
just-
you got knowledge and butter. They just both said the same thing. You either an asset or a liability.
Bottom line. Anybody that can't, you got women who just depending on a guy, and if you ain't bringing nothing to the table, you better rub my back, make me feel a way to fucking make me feel like Superman. But if you ain't doing none of that, ain't feeding me, ain't none of that, you're a liability. And you just want me to take care of you, you're a liability. And guys got to realize that. And if we start cutting that shit off,
Mandy say I can change a tire. No, here's the thing. Listen, check this out, Mandy. I'm a tow truck driver. Lavish towing, the best in the city, right? Hands down, it's a lifestyle. I got to say that. I get calls for tire changes. I don't personally do tire changes, right? I get calls. And in the past, I will pull up and I will see women out there changing their tire. I've pulled up and I've seen women with the tools out trying to change a tire while a dude stood there.
wow.
I've seen that. Like, I watched. I get there and I'm like, okay, y'all got the tools out. What do you need me for? I don't know what to do. The jack won't go up. I'm like, man, you put the jack under the car and turn it and it go up. And I sat there, I swear to you, and I don't know how a guy even feel proud about it. Me and another woman, jacked the car up and changed the tire together.
So I ain't gonna let her change the tire with you, but I'll pay you to change the tire.
She did it. Oh, you need this tool? Where is that? Hold on, let me get that. Let me do this. I don't need your help. I got it. But she right
But see,
there.
most stuff
That's
like
the
that was
same
called-
dude that was driving her car, though.
Right. But most guys was taught that by a man, a father, grandfather.
that
somebody.
too.
My father, he never changed tire. We always had AAA. He didn't cut the grass. He always paid somebody to cut the grass.
You cut
So-
your grass?
No, got lawn service. So certain stuff that I
You
just
sure
never,
you grew up on the east side?
on the east side. It's
You
just
sure?
certain stuff.
You went
positive.
to Country Day?
Hell no. No. Southeastern.
You sure?
Jungleer.
Not
Yeah.
Cranbrook?
Not Cranbrook.
So you never changed the tire,
Never cut grass.
never cut grass.
Never cut grass.
Ever took the trash out?
Always. My mother never took out trash. My father always washed. She didn't have to wash. So certain stuff I do got from there.
God damn.
But it's when it came to changing the tire and cutting the grass, that was something he always paid somebody else to do. Some stuff he didn't do. So I grew up never doing it.
Still to this day, don't cut your. Do you have a lawnmower?
No. And the sad thing about it, my boys only cut grass. Pay a lawn service.
I gotta come check this greenery out.
Yeah. Pay a lawn service to cut the grass.
Kale say I slapped my sister boyfriend. She outside in the car. He outside in the car smoking in the driver's seat. What you had? They had a flat tire or something? Big C, what up, Joe?
But I shovel the snow.
You do shovel the snow.
I do that.
Okay, I shovel. I shovel the snow.
I shovel the snow.
I shovel the snow. I feel like certain stuff that dudes don't do, they allow another dude to do it. And when I say allow, I'm not saying that they say, "Hey, come do it," but that other dude steps up and he comes and do it.
Now, if you ain't doing it, you ain't paying for it, you open the door for some other shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So that's why.
Because I personally, I don't like nobody doing nothing from none of mine.
And I agree with that.
I don't like nobody doing nothing. I don't like that.
But I pay for it to get done. And I'm standing there
I'll get
watching
it done
you.
unless you complain about it. Then it's like you get it done on your own.
Right.
But me personally, I don't want nobody, anything that I can do myself, I don't want nobody to do it. I'm not selfish, but I'm selfish over mine.
Yeah.
I don't even want nobody close. I don't even want nobody really talking to you like that for real. And I'm not saying that in an insecure way because I want you to be human and your friends. I don't all that old up in your face shit, man. Come on, man. I ain't with all that. It mentally bothers me.
Because guys, we know.
We got Psycho Dan say, I don't wash clothes, mop floors, or take the trash out. Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Let me see what time it is over here. Okay, man, this been damn near 2 hours. Man, I'm about to get up off this podcast, man. Thank everybody for tuning in. I didn't know it was 2 hours. Somebody should have told me that. Time just got to flowing, man. We had Wayman Hayes here. Dr. Wayman Hayes here.
Yeah. Put that doctor on there.
You know, put that on there. From, or should I say his nonprofit is Forgotten Felons.
Yes, Forgotten Felons.
You know what I'm saying? He's not a felon.
No.
But he has an organization, again, for the people that just tuned in that don't know, I want him to go ahead and repeat that one more time for everybody out there.
Forgotten Felons support felons who's in jail, got 5 years to get out, or just return home, returning citizens. I'm here to support you with job placement, reconnect with your family, guys who got child support issues, mothers who got child support issues because women pay child support just as well. I'm here to support you.
All right, cool, man. That's my guy, Wayman Hayes. Make sure that y'all go like, follow, and subscribe.
Make sure y'all do that.
On all social media platforms. Lavish T. Williams. Hey, listen, check this out, too, as well, man. Y'all find out, next week, let me see what the date is, man, because my guy Soul Bro is supposed to be coming up on here, man. So that is next Wednesday. Soul Bro from Next Level.
So, bro,
is coming up on here, man.
guy.
We got some stuff to talk about, man. He got some information that he want to put out there, man. So we're going to have him in the building on the show next week. But I also want y'all to keep in mind, man, we talking about different topics and conversations, man. So if y'all got something, man, hit me up. Hit me in the DM, hit Pedro, hit one of us up, man, and let us know, man, what y'all want to talk about, man, what y'all want to engage on, man. We're going to do it, man. We're going to make this podcast pop, man, like it's supposed to, man. So, again, thanks for tuning in, and I'm going to catch y'all next week. Let me see this. Right, and I left and came back. Okay, where he left and came back from, I came off the comment screen right there, but yeah, we about to get up out of here, man. Thanks for tuning in, man. Y'all have a good night. Be safe out there.
You've been listening to the Lavish Biker Podcast with your hosts, Lavish T. Williams and Pedro, the dopest podcast in the nation. We want to thank you for hanging out with us, and make sure to add, like, follow, and subscribe at Lavish T. Williams on all social and streaming platforms. We'll see you next time on the Lavish Biker Podcast.